Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Zambezi Belle Podcast. Today we have an amazing guest who has been requested. And yes, I listened to the requests. She has been asked to return on the podcast, on the video podcast. So she is here in person. We have Mrs., the mother with us here. And I am going to let her introduce herself. But first of all, Mufaro Joy is an avid lover of love, culture, and is an active member of whichever community she finds herself in. She calls herself a lifelong student and considers herself an international citizen. Born in Zimbabwe, she migrated to the US and continues to pursue her passion for traveling the world with her husband and her two beautiful kids. Welcome, Joy.
Thank you very much for having me, Praise. It has been a long time since we did this, and I am loving the new cast and the name. Beautiful. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Yes, we did this during COVID the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been some days.
It was COVID.
Yes, it was, because that's when I
Wow,
had
it's really-
time.
Wow, well. Thank you for making time again. I think this channel really helps a lot of people. So thank
I
you.
love it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, let's put that on silent because I'm not on call. So these people who are texting me right now is not important. Okay, let's start with the word of prayer. Our kind and gracious Heavenly Father, thank you for this amazing opportunity that you've given us to come together as sisters and to just talk and have a conversation. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your care. Thank you for all that you do for us. Please forgive us for all our sins. Help us in everything that we do to bring glory and honor to you. And in this conversation, please help this conversation to glorify you and help each and every person that will be listening into this conversation to come out of this changed in some way. We love you, we praise you, we honor you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Well, darling, let's get started.
Alrighty.
Okay, tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Joy, and what was life like growing up in Zimbabwe? And you can just talk and get us to when you migrated to the States, how you ended up in the States.
Okay, so Joy is Joy to people who are just meeting her. Mufaro to people who have known me since childhood. Mufaro Washe to my father, especially when I'm in trouble. I am a mom, a wife, an entrepreneur, philanthropist, matchmaker. I wear very many hats in very many places. I was born and raised in Mount Pleasant in Harare, and I feel like I had a very different childhood from my four older sisters. The eldest, who was 12 years older than myself, and then the fourth one being one I inherited when I was in primary school. My mom lost her sister and her husband, and we lived with my cousin, who is my sister, who ironically is my closest person now because she really knows me to my core. After everyone left, she and I became thick as thieves. I can now, in my adulthood, admit that I was a bit spoiled, maybe a lot spoiled, because I got just about everything I wanted, and usually from dad. It wasn't until I had to move to boarding school in lower six when I realized that I couldn't have it all. It broke me. Sorry, it shattered me.
I need to know what happened. What was the incident that had you realizing that not everything revolves around you?
Being sent to boarding school, I didn't have the choice. I had given the choice of the school to go to. I'd been given the choices of everything. I wanted this and I got it. I wanted this and I got it. Very few times did I get a no that was maybe no, but I pretty much had it all. And then mom was in England taking care of my older sister's son, and dad was a traveling man, so I had to go to boarding school. So I'd started high school at Chizzy, and then I was told, "Hey, you have to go to boarding school."
Ooh,
Yeah. So
shattered.
my world was really shattered. Adult me looks back and says, "Really? That's the worst of your worries?" But, 17-year-old, 16, 17-year-old me was broken. I felt like my parents had, like, literally hung me out to dry, to
Yeah.
die. And now I look back and I'm like, "What entitlement." It was the
Don't
best
worry, honey. You'll
Adventist
pay
boarding
for it
school.
later. You'll pay for
Oh,
it
I'm
later.
paying. I'm paying. I'm paying. I'm paying for it. It was the best Adventist boarding school in Zimbabwe,
Yeah.
and I felt like I'd been, like, thrown to I don't know
The
what.
wolves.
Yeah, yeah. So that was one of the most pivotal moments of my life.
What year did you go?
To Anderson,
Mhm.
I think it was '04.
Okay, so it was very different from when I went, which it was still a great school when I
Wait.
went, but
Oh,
I'm
when you
like a
went, it was
90s kind of.
bougie. It was
Yeah,
bougie, bougie.
it was so bougie. We had, all the Holsters, Mrs. Sparrow, and all those people. So it
Mhm.
was it was definitely, yeah, it was definitely
Yeah.
bougie.
You guys are people flying into school. I remember hearing that Maureen was flying to school, and I was like, "Wait a hot minute."
Yes. I remember my sister, there's a time that I don't know what happened, but she ended up having to fly to school. I mean, the first time I ever got on a plane was when I was coming to America,
To
but she
America.
had been flying to Gweru.
Wow, a 3-4 hour drive, and here you go on a
Seriously.
plane. So, yeah, yeah. But, yeah, it's amazing that at the same school, we had very different experiences, but altogether a good school. Yeah, I can safely say that I did a lot of growing up in boarding
Yeah.
school, and if it wasn't for that, I don't think I would have learned to appreciate as much as I do right now.
In terms of your spiritual growth, boarding school enhanced that, or do you feel like it actually turned you more away from God?
I feel like it enhanced it. I got baptized in boarding
Mm.
school.
Yeah,
And it
we
was
got
it was a
baptized in the same
baptismal.
church.
Uh, Look at that! All these similarities. Yeah, I feel like growing up, a lot of my friends got baptized in their early teens, and was just this call where, okay, someone stood up and decided, and everyone it was kind of like peer pressure. And
Yeah.
I was of the notion that I had actually kind of made a pact with myself that I was not going to get baptized because no one was going to make me get baptized. It was just a stubborn streak. And
Yeah.
then I found myself being dipped in the water of my own accord.
Okay, I have a okay, maybe I shouldn't
Yeah,
confess this. We'll see if I'll edit it out or not.
do
I
it,
do
do
have a
it.
confession because in our
Uh-huh,
time, I'm not going to
uh-huh,
admit whether I did it or not, but in our
uh-huh,
time, the girls used to
mhm,
have Mamils and Booms
uh-huh,
that we would like those Harlequin romance novels
uh-huh.
that would put like a Christian cover.
Oh, no, you didn't! Well, you had no cell phones. You had
We had no cell
no
phones. We had no cell
we
phones.
we had cell phones that we had to hide. So
Oh,
times progressed. So we had cell phones and we're not allowed to have cell phones, so we had to hide them. So that was our little,
that was your Mills
naughtiness.
and Boom.
That was all Mills and Boons. Oh, that is so funny.
But of
Don't
course,
edit
I
this
was a
out.
perfect child, so I only read Janet Oak, When Calls the
Oh,
Heart.
oh, really? 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 Okay, yes, you were a perfect child. Yes, absolutely. We
When Calls the
understand
Heart.
that. Oh, that is so funny. It's funny how this times just change, and, the things, the naughtiness levels change too.
Naughtiness is
Um,
there. That's why
mhm.
Ecclesiastes says there is nothing new under the sun. It's just different.
Yeah, different levels, different stages, different technology.
Yes.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, that's where I did. I had my cornerstone moment. I even became a godparent to some kids that were getting baptized. I dated a guy who was very much so like the pastor student. So yeah, I had a cornerstone moment in the last year of high school.
Let's talk about
But
dating. What was dating like
okay.
for you to get you to Mrs.?
Dating was, very interesting.
Mm,
I dated a lot, and I'm glad I did because I think I had a very good level of understanding what I wanted by the time I got married. Um, I think the relationship I had in high school were very um we used to write letters to each other. I'm like, I miss the pen and paper times. um and I mean, I feel like they kind of grounded this. I don't even know what to call it. And then moving to the US,
Mm-hmm.
relationships had just a different flair.
Yeah.
The US is big, and I had a very long distance relationship. And just, thinking of the differences where if I was in Zim and I was having the same relationship, I probably wouldn't have seen
Yeah.
my boyfriend in like a year or two because of the
How did you
distance.
guys meet?
Whew, online.
No. Like online?
So it wasn't online dating. It was not online dating.
Because I'm like,
Um,
wait, like where? Tell us the website so I can do my
remember High Five?
matchmaking.
Remember
Yeah.
High Five?
No.
Yeah, yeah. We had so many mutual friends, and then
Yeah.
there's this Mufuta who sees this Mufaro, and I was like, I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. And we met a long time ago. We dated a long time ago, and then
Really?
went our separate ways. And then when it was time, I was like, yeah, he's
He's
safe.
the one. He's the one. You're like, I've gone around. I've seen there's nothing there.
Yep. Yeah. He definitely was a good choice. I think he was the right choice for me. And when people say God knows what you need,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like I found someone very solid in him. He's definitely a constant in
Mm-hmm.
in our family. I'm the one who's kind of a flibberty gibbet, and he's
The
very
stable.
paced. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there are
So
people like us who need that stability
stability.
because
Yep.
we are all over the place. And so we need somebody who is the anchor.
Yes. Yes. So that is Mafuda to the T. He really like holds down the fort. A lot of times he knows what I need when I don't know what
Yeah.
I need. There's a time when we just gotten married and he'd buy me flowers. Like I got flowers weekly. I still kind of do get flowers often. Like when my flowers
Yeah.
die, I'll get a replacement. And I told him, "Stop buying me flowers." And this was
That's
in
what I
some
said.
argument.
That's what I said.
No, you
Like they
didn't.
would show up at work. And I was
Oh.
like, I know. And I feel so bad for being that person who was like, no, these flowers are just going to die. And then I get depressed. So stop buying them.
What were you
And
thinking?
now I
What were
buy
you
flowers.
Exactly, exactly. So, yeah, so, knowing what I want, I think he saw just how they brightened me up. I've become like a
Yeah.
super big plant mom now. But yeah, he'd buy flowers, and I told him, "Well, stop buying me flowers because they die anyway." I
Yep.
still get flowers and they brighten me up, and I will
Oh,
prune them until the day that they're like, "Okay, we're sad, we need to go."
I like that.
So, yeah,
How
so
long do
he
your
really
flowers last then? Because I get like I like pink roses, so I get a lot of times I'll get pink roses. Sometimes I'll get a
Mhm,
little variety if I'm feeling a little adventurous,
mhm.
but my flowers only last about 10 days.
That's
Maybe I
about
don't water them well.
no, that's about right. So you do
Okay.
prune the bottoms, right? When you get them? Oh,
Yes, initially,
please.
the original.
Yeah.
But you
Okay.
don't take them out to prune again, right?
No. So you
Oh,
change
okay.
the water out, though. So you put your food in the
How
f
often?
Oh, just like what? She's like, "I'm killing them." I think I change it out after, like, a week, and I do
Okay.
see, like, a little more life. I don't put food in the second time.
Okay.
That flower food, I don't put it in the second
Yeah,
time. I just need
it's
to
interesting because the water
mhm.
does recede a lot, but I never thought to change it out.
They're drinking, honey. They
Ah,
for
honey,
sustenance.
they are alive and well. So I will definitely be doing that.
Let me know if they last longer, in
I
clean
will.
water. Yeah,
Yeah, because the water it ends up looking like pond water. I'm like,
yeah,
mm-mm.
yeah.
Yeah,
I like to take them out, rinse that vase up, and then put fresh
and
water, and they even look newer. I'll prune out, like, the dead leaves and then,
yeah.
keep them out. So about 2 weeks. And then
Okay.
I get even his apologies.
Said
He'll leave flowers there, and I'm like, honey, just say sorry.
it's okay. Just say
Like,
sorry, honey. No flowers.
Listen, I'll take it. I'll take it. I love them.
Did you have a list when it came to the kind of husband that you were looking for?
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Mhm.
I feel like I had a couple of very serious relationships, and they kind of formed my list. I
Mhm.
didn't have one written out. I don't feel I got to the point where I was desperate for marriage, but I do feel like at some point I thought I should be married because it's the right
Mm.
thing to do. Um, and I feel like we impose that on our children a lot.
Yeah.
It's like, here's your path. You go to school, you get a degree, you get
You
married,
get
you have
married.
children,
Yes.
so I feel like I had a schedule.
Mhm.
More than I had a list, I had a schedule.
Yeah.
I wanted to be married by 28, 29. I wanted to have my first kid by 30. I wanted to have my MBA by 30. I wanted to, I had all these, I had
Things.
timelines.
Yeah.
And I feel like I did things according to the timelines, even if it didn't suit what I needed to be doing at that time. So I was kind of bound to expectations of others, not
Yeah.
of myself. So mm, if I went back in time, I think I would change that.
What was the transition for you going from single to married?
It was rough.
'Cause now you're speaking to that newlywed or that one who's in
Yeah.
that first year of marriage.
Mhm.
Like, because people think, "Oh, because love, we are so much in love, so everything would
Mm.
just be easy and fine."
I wish. I wish. And there are some couples that I know that, you know, adjust really well to each other.
Mhm.
So I do matchmaking, so I do some counseling. I don't know if
Yeah,
I
we're
should be
gonna have to talk
counseling this
about
people.
that matchmaking. 'Cause
We'll
I
talk about it.
pride myself in making families as well.
Okay, okay, sis. All right, we're gonna have to talk about this because I have big plans for next year. I feel like that transition for us was rough. We had been having a long distance relationship,
Mhm.
and then we got together, and I feel like we were at a stand down with each other.
Yeah.
Um, it is hard. There's a tete of mine who says, "Pane, one word, Chete." She says, "There's one word that I want to tell you to keep in mind right now. Compromise." So we call it Tete compromise.
The compromise is not wrong.
No, no, Tete compromise is not wrong. She's really not wrong because I feel like had we worked really hard to do that in that first year, I think would have had a very smooth transition, a
Yeah.
much smoother transition. We also had a baby in the first year, so that didn't give us time
To
to,
adjust to just the
to
2 of
adjust
you.
to just the 2 of us. We were financially on different pages. I came in with a lot of debt. He came in with little to none. But I'm also a big spender and he's a big budgeter.
Yes.
So yeah, my communication financially was so bad.
Yeah.
It probably still is not great, but
Yeah.
yeah, that did a lot for us. It did play a lot in that rough first year. And I hated the word submission. I
Do tell
I
me about submission,
I
darling.
I hated the word submission. Then I grew to just disliking it.
Ah.
And now I just it's just a word. And and what changed it is
Mhm.
I think that I need to go back to my 25-year-old to fix it.
Yeah.
We were on a family life Zoom session with Pastor Mazibuko,
Mhm.
and he spoke to me in a way that it has never been clearer to me.
Wow.
I am fully on board with submission.
Oh, I'm all
I
about submission, just like I'm all about feminism as long as it's serving me.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So I I think I was supposed to learn his submission before we got married. so that I
Ooh.
decide if that's something that can commit to. because
Oh.
because the Bible calls wives to submit.
Yes.
It doesn't say how.
Yeah.
It doesn't give a manual for how you should live your married life. It just says wives submit, husbands love.
Yes.
And if we had those pertinent conversations before we got married,
Yeah.
I feel like I could have gone in knowing that this is what I have committed to and that's what I have to do.
That's so powerful that you say that because I feel like when you are loved so well, it's
Mhm.
very easy to submit.
Mhm. Mhm.
And when you have somebody who is that grounded, who is a family caretaker, who takes care of you and your family, you and your
Mhm.
children, and you
Mhm.
know that they always have your best interests at heart,
Mhm.
it's easy to submit.
Yeah. Yeah. That really is it is so true. But then when you also go to the guys, they'll say, "Well, it's easy to love someone who fully submits."
And maybe that's why the Bible said,
Love and submit. Because those are the two things I feel like, people just keep butting heads.
yes,
Well, you're not loving me the way I wanna be loved. Well, you're not
exactly.
giving me the respect that have you read the book Love and Respect?
No, I have not.
Oh, that is a
Who
book
is
to
it
read.
by?
David somebody.
Okay,
I'll
I'll
have
look it
to
up. I'll put it
okay.
up. I'll put it
Thank
up.
you. Thank you. That
Yes.
is a great book for dating couples. Even if you're single and wanting to date, it's a good book. It's got good grounding. And I feel like reading that book will make you ask the pertinent questions before you commit to someone. All women want love, all men want respect. And that's the crux of it. How we
Yeah.
do it is then individualized. So great
Wow.
book. Yeah. Great book.
Ingawatopa marriage seminar ipapa.
Ndapedza so. Maidhoka ndapedza.
Madoka mapedza. I love that. So what was
Yeah.
the transition for you then? Because you had your first baby very early on, and then shortly after you had baby number two.
Mhm.
So you didn't really have you didn't have time with me, say just the two of you, and then you didn't have much time adjusting. You were just boom, 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 get it done.
Mhm.
What was
Yeah.
that transition, and how did you not lose yourself? Or if you did lose yourself, how did you rediscover yourself without your many other hats that you wear, just you, when we strip you of everything, just you?
Okay. So I suffered from postpartum depression and didn't know that.
Mm.
Um, I was very detached from my first child. Like
Mm-hmm.
breastfeeding was like a burden for me.
Yeah.
Almost like I didn't want that closeness. I
Yeah.
but I didn't know I was going through it.
Yeah.
And and I was number one to tell pregnant women, "Oh, look out for postpartum depression." Being the nurse, I was like, "Look out for postpartum depression. You won't know it's creeping in," not knowing that I was actually going through it. I
Mm.
think it didn't present itself as much because I had mom and I
Yeah.
had a very supportive husband.
Yeah.
If one or both of those were taken out of the equation, I may have been committed.
Oof.
Yeah. And I was just ready to go back to work. I was like, after a month and a half, I was like, listen, I'm gonna go back to work. I'll pump, I'll do whatever. I just need to go. So that and not knowing that that's what was going on was very difficult.
Yeah.
Um
And I
and
think
that
also
mm,
part of it is feeling like this is not how I'm supposed to be feeling
right, right.
because I'm a mom.
Mhm.
This is my baby. Why
Yeah,
am I feeling this
yeah.
way?
Yeah, I should be loving on this baby, I
Yes.
should be just wanting to cuddle and yeah, it was not like that.
Wow.
It was not like that, and that's where this anchor then, showed up.
Yeah.
He was super dad. He was waking up at night. I could sleep through the night and wake up and be like, "Oh, she slept so well last night," and he'd be looking at me like, "Chick, you actually breastfed her because he latched her and took her off and burped her and put her back down." Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So
Like you
he
said, God knew
mm,
exactly what you needed.
needed exactly, exactly. He made early motherhood a breeze for me.
Yeah.
He really did. I think it would have gone very it could have gone very different with someone else who was not as involved and as loving and attached to his children.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the transition, I had really rough transitions, the first couple years of marriage. The way I feel like I started getting back to myself is
Mhm.
at first I went back to work. I needed
Yeah.
that time away.
Yeah.
Um, I needed time to feel like me in my own element. Sometimes I'll just go to work just to be by myself, just to be away from the noise, away from everything, to just think for me and, plan my own
Yeah.
future without hearing or worrying about a crying baby. So I worked a lot, and I feel
Mhm.
like I've always done that. I've always just been really busy. I worked a lot, and
Well,
fortunately,
that's why we get along, because we're just busybodies. We can't sit still.
I don't know how to not be busy.
Right. It's
I've
it's an
always got
illness.
something
We
going on.
accept it and we acknowledge it and we know it and it's okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like what is free time? What is time to just put your feet up and
Mm-mm.
mm.
No, that's wasting time.
Yeah. I feel like I have gift cards for massages, and I'm like, so when can I even make
That
time?
I'm getting really good about,
Oh,
going for
good.
massages.
Teach me your ways. Teach
Yes, darling. I have to teach you this soft life. It's nice.
Please, please teach me the soft life, because I want it, but I don't know if I can do it.
You can do it. You can do it. I even go for IV infusions now. I used to think that
I
was all craziness.
I
I
went for my
love it.
first one. I
You
went for my
did?
PCP. My PCP does them, and oh my goodness, I love them.
Oh, okay. We'll compare notes. You're gonna tell me which one you
Okay,
had, but because the
okay.
girls are gonna be like, "Wow, wow, what are you talking about? The
What
IV
is IB?
infusions."
I've been a student through and through, and I feel like I bury myself in my books,
Yeah.
and that works for me. I'm always like, okay, there's an assignment. Right now, I'm not in school, and I'm like,
What am
I'm
I
not
gonna
writing.
do?
There's nothing
Yes.
due right now.
Well, that's why we're on the podcast.
That's why I had time. Yeah, so I feel like I've always been buried in something. But here's the funny thing, and I was just thinking about that before this call. I feel like that's an escape
It
from
is.
dealing with other things.
Yeah.
Um, so I feel like I do a lot of escaping and
Mhm.
not facing
Yes.
what needs to be done.
Because when
I was
you're
fortunate.
busy, you don't have to think about it. You don't have
No, you
to
just go.
deal with it. And I think for me, I
Mm,
know that's my escape and that's how I've
yeah.
always been. But that's because for me, when when I was going through my teen pregnancy drama and the
Mm,
saga of being in an abusive marriage and just trying to
mhm,
survive that, and then
mm,
going through just trying to reach my goal of becoming a doctor, going through medical school, then
mhm,
residency. I
mhm.
didn't have time to be dealing with
To
issues.
think about.
And
Yep.
it's a bad thing to say because
Mhm,
it's not good. But
mhm,
I would just throw myself into whatever it is that I was working on
mhm.
because that I could control,
Yeah. Yep.
you know?
Control thing. Yep. Yep.
Because you can control that.
Yes.
This you can't control anybody else's actions or anybody else's feelings or
Mhm,
emotions or nothing, but
mhm.
you can control you and you can control
Yep.
the output that you produce. And then it's like
Absolutely.
that's what it ends up being. It's like you're driven by that output.
Mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm.
So I
Wow.
hear you 100%. You're preaching to the choir.
Oh, this is like a therapy session. I'm like, I think I just needed to say it out loud.
We acknowledge it, baby.
Yes. Oh my goodness. We listen and we're totally judging ourselves, but
Mhm.
it's a good judgment. Yeah. Yeah, that is the coping mechanism, that busyness. So I feel like that's how I found myself.
Yeah.
I got busy in church, busy in school, busy in the community. I did travel. I took a trip, I think it was my 30 something, early 30s. I took a
Yeah.
trip, a backpacking trip for 10 days by
Where
myself.
did you go?
I went to England,
Mhm.
Spain, Portugal, Morocco,
Oh.
and this was all out of my school.
I'm one of those who loves traveling by myself.
It
And that's
is so
the thing.
important.
But that's how we rejuvenate. People don't understand
Yes.
why you would want to travel by yourself. And
Yeah.
I remember just for my birthday last month when I was going to Australia by myself,
Mhm.
I had a friend who asked and said, "Oh, hey, can I come with you to Australia?" And I said, "No." And then, like, even
Mm-mm.
dad said, "Oh, you'll be flying through LA. We can just go
Mhm.
together." I was like, "No, this is a
No,
this is a solo
it's a
trip."
me trip. Yeah, it's a me trip. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I hear you 1000%.
Yeah, because it is how I totally rejuvenate.
Yes.
That's how I fill up my cup. I need to fill it
Mhm.
up for the whole year.
Mhm. Yep. And I feel like that after a trip, it was yeah, you're tired, but you are mentally just it's like total reset, like,
Yes.
okay, now I'm gonna get back and get on it. So yeah, that's how I feel, husband, if you're listening, that's how I rejuvenate. I
Husband,
need a
thank you for
trip.
letting her go for her 10-day solo backpacking trip in
Yeah.
Europe.
And I didn't even talk to him every day, you know?
Yeah,
He gave me that space, he gave me that
yeah.
time, and I feel like he knew I needed that. I got sick
Yes.
in Morocco, and I felt like I was gonna die.
From what?
That's I
Dysentery?
I I think it was the fish. We had, like, ocean caught fish, that was
See, that's being brave. I got sick in Brazil.
no
And
way.
all I eat when I'm out there is vegetables. So that's the problem. Because they were not they
Oh,
were like part of a salad or
probably
something. So
not clean.
it's not cooked. But
I don't
since I
eat
don't
salad
like
now.
nyama and all that, I
Mhm.
don't like meat. So I've struggled. But oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I got so sick in Brazil and I was like, I am going to die here alone in Brazil.
Oh, no. But that is so scary, being sick away from home,
When you're
that
alone.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't
that
even
is
tell
so
my family because then they'll ban me from traveling.
Oh, this time I had to do it because I was like, "What if I'm hospitalized?"
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that it was scary. I did have a travel guide, with me
Mhm.
In Morocco, and his name is Camille, and I said, "Camille, call my husband. Tell him what's going on."
Oh.
So, yeah,
In
that was
Morocco, did you do like the desert thing?
I didn't do a desert tour in Morocco.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really have time to do it.
No. Yeah,
But
because
yeah,
we were
I
going
went to a
from
few
place to
cities.
place to place.
Mhm. Yeah. But I will next time. Definitely.
Why are we going back to Morocco? There's so many other
I need to
places
take
to
my
go to.
husband. I need to take my
Oh,
husband.
okay.
I need to
Okay.
get him caught up. And now here's our struggle. He says, "You're not going back on a solo trip." And I was like, "What did I do?" Because I'm hitting more countries than him. And I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "All
And
right,
my husband will
that's a
ask,
fair
"How
point."
long is the flight?" Everything. I just say 15 hours, and he says that's too long.
Oh, then good. See you when I come back. I love it. I love it. Yeah.
Yep. So what's your most favorite place you've traveled to ever? A place you would go back to time and time again if you could.
Thailand.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I've never been to Thailand. What did you love
Thailand.
about Thailand?
The people are so beautiful.
Yeah,
Just very loving. It's cheap.
I do
It's
hear
cheap
that.
a nice hotel room is I don't remember how much it is, but I went twice, I think, to Thailand.
Oh,
And
wow.
the food is cheap. Like a good meal, less than $3 and you're eating like a king. And the way they eat is
Yeah.
they share. They share. So I had like a group of people and we had like dishes and people were like going I'm like, "What?"
Wow. Oh,
Yeah, it
that's
was
very communal.
yeah, very, and I love that. It's like genuine love.
Yeah.
The the nature, you go outside the city and it's just breathtaking. Their architecture, the temples, oh my goodness, just like everything. It was very serene even in its busyness for me. I had a chance to be still in my head and just, absorb everything around me. I would definitely go back if I could.
What has your faith journey been like?
It has been very hilly. I was a very entitled child. and everything.
You're a baby. You're the baby of the home.
I am the baby. And so when I was told to do something, I tried to make it a point to go against that something.
Yeah.
And a lot of what I was told to do is go to church. So I went to church because I had to go to church. There was nowhere else I was going to be.
Yeah.
So I feel like the first half of my faith base was for my parents.
Mm.
And the next half, after I got baptized, was for me.
Wow.
And I think it's actually, yeah, it is the next half. I'm in that next half of my life. I left the church when I was 20, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I'd moved to the US because of things I was seeing from leadership.
Mm.
And I stayed to conduct the youth choir. So I was there every Friday night.
I didn't even know that. I did not even know that because you've always been present.
Yeah, that's the
Waimakisa
thing.
register, you were always present. So,
Mhm, mhm. So it's crazy because I had my foot in even though I was out. And I told
hmm
people, "Don't ask me. I don't wanna talk about it. I'm done.
hmm
I
yeah,
will come back and direct the choir and go."
yes.
And surprisingly, well, or not surprisingly, that's what brought me back. Because
Wow.
when we had to sing, I had to be in church.
Right.
So and then I'd leave when the sermon starts.
It's starting.
I made it a point for people to know that I wasn't there. But I came back. God said, you're mine."
Yep.
Yeah. So now
Wow.
my faith is mine.
Yes. Not
Um,
of your parents.
not of my parents. And being married to a non-Adventist,
hmm
who is a Christian, has
Yeah.
also strengthened me because I feel like he doesn't go to church. He
hmm
believes in God, and he would
Yeah.
go to a church that, he felt comfortable going to.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of times he's a better Christian than I am.
I can
And
attest that about my husband.
yeah,
And he'll
yeah.
go to church with me. No
Okay.
problem. But
Mhm.
it's like he's not Adventist,
Mhm.
but there are so many times when I am convicted because I'm like, this
Believe that.
person has seen that kind of relationship Namwari that
Mhm.
I think
Mhm.
I have,
Yeah.
but they're a much better person than
Person.
me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I totally empathize with I absolutely empathize with that. So it's so wild to think that I think God is just I feel like this journey, he's just
Mhm.
using a lot of the things that he has placed in my life to strengthen me.
Yeah.
When we just moved to Texas end of last year and
Wait,
just we're in
where are you?
Texas. Right now I'm in New York, but
Oh, okay.
we
Because
moved
I was like, wait a minute. What happened to your Eastern time? Don't
She's
get
like,
this
"Wait a hot
twisted because Texas is
minute."
Central Time like me. What's happening?
I work in New York, so I'm here every other week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when we moved, I was attending Zawak,
hmm
and I was elected the president for Texas Zawak. This was like 3 months after moving, and I was like, "Do you guys know what you're doing?" I can't make this up. I can't
Oh
make this
my
up.
gosh.
My mom lives with us,
Mm.
and we were there together. And this is funny because I used to tease the Dorcas women growing up, and I was like, "Oh, I'll never wear
I know,
green."
girl.
And
I know.
now look at my Dorca.
My
So,
daughter.
I really wanted to turn that down, and mom
hmm
said, "I think it's God calling you." And
Yeah.
I kinda just sat back and I was like, what do I even do? I don't know these ladies. I'm not from this community. I have to learn everybody." That position, just the position, just knowing that I have to be the face of,
Yeah.
has also strengthened my faith. You know,
Wow.
I'm a firm believer in leading by example. I'm
Yeah.
a firm believer in servant leadership. So that in itself, I broke down one day and I was like, yeah, this is really a test of my faith.
Wow.
I love community. I love serving.
Yeah.
But this is now like, okay, now you're it. You have to lead. So it's that has also brought me like full circle in
Yeah.
my faith and my Christian walk.
That is amazing because, I mean, just obedience, just you obeying and saying yes. Because it could have been easy for you to say, hey, guys, I'm just 3 months in. I can't do this. Maybe
I'm
next
3
year.
months in, I've just moved.
Maybe,
I'm still
yes.
unpacking.
Right.
I'm not done unpacking.
Right.
I
And
had
you
a
could have,
list of
you had
excuses.
all the excuses that you
Mhm.
could have used, but
Yeah.
you were willing to serve and you obeyed. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah.
That is
So
awesome. So, what does obedience mean to you?
this is a debate I've had with people. Um, Obedience means doing what has to be done exactly when it needs to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the conversation I've had with a lot of people is when you tell your child to do something, do you expect them to do it right then?
Yes.
And people are like, yeah, no, well, yeah, I mean, you expect it, but do they do it? I'm like, okay, if you tell your 5-year-old child, you do not cross that street
Yep.
without looking left, looking right, or holding my hand. You expect them to do it, and they better well do it because the second they disobey that could be the second that they're gone.
Yep.
So that's obedience to me. Um
Yeah.
when you know you're hearing God's voice or
Mm-hmm.
when you're, when there's something that you need to be doing or you're
Yes.
called to do, I feel like you should do it. We don't know what's ahead.
Yeah. But he
Yeah,
does.
he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not waiting
So,
for our own timeline to align with things.
mhm,
Yep. Because it's
yeah.
so much easier for us to align things with how we want them to be, then we can be obedient.
Mhm. It's not yet the time. I mean, it wasn't the time. I didn't think it was the time for me, but look at God. Look
Wow. So,
Yeah.
do you believe there is a heaven? And if you do, what do you think heaven is like?
Heaven is a wonderful place filled with glory and grace. That's what I think heaven is, a wonderful place filled with glory and grace. Grace.
Mm, grace.
Um, we don't deserve to be in heaven.
No. I
Uh,
always tell my kids that God is so gracious to us because anoti nyukura, he takes us out of our
mhm.
foolishness.
Yes, yes.
Foolishness that we put ourselves in. But
Mhm.
he still comes and he just lifts us up,
Scoops us right out. Yeah,
scoops us right up.
yeah, yeah. I don't deserve to be in
Mm.
heaven. There are people who I look at and I say, if they're not in heaven, then I'm not there.
But dear, you don't even know what happens behind closed doors.
Exactly, exactly. I'm like, no, this one deserves it, but I'm seeing this,
But
and
me,
God sees this,
mhm.
So God is just, he's so gracious. He's like unreasonably merciful to us.
Yes.
I just I believe in heaven and it gives me hope.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do things out of fear because I don't want to go to hell.
But I think that's also part of our Adventist raising. And I don't
Mhm,
think it's really just Adventist alone because even when I talk to my friends who grew up Baptist,
mhm.
they also have that fear of like that fear of
Yeah,
hell.
yeah, yeah. Literally, literally. It's I don't want to not be there.
Yes. Yes.
So, sometimes I'm like, "Oh, let me not do this." And I also have this picture of Judgment Day where there's a big
Ooh,
screen
big
and people are
screen,
people are
the
seeing
whole sky.
seeing my life and I'm like, "Oh, no. No, 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 no."
If you say that forgiveness is like he forgives us as
Mhm.
far as the east is to the west,
West.
and that he cleanses us from all unrighteousness and he
Mhm.
completely forgets,
Mhm.
I just say thank God because I do not want that screen up there.
Oh, oh, yeah.
Woo!
That screen has really instilled fear in me, okay? It's like, "Yeah, I don't want this on that screen. Mm-mm. Okay, probably just don't do it." Yeah, yeah. So,
Ah,
yeah,
yeah, they really put the fear of God in us.
it's instilled. It's, like, engraved. It's, like, etched.
Etched in our hearts.
Yes. Look, it's working, okay?
Tell me
Yeah.
about two women in the Bible that you would want to have dinner with or tea with in heaven in your brand new mansion.
Eve.
Mm.
Eve, we need to have a talk. Because these curses that came down to us,
Woo, woo. Yeah, it's a little bit much.
it's a lot much. I really just wanna talk to her and ask her about what life was before sin.
Yeah, that part. But can you imagine also being the first and only?
The prototype, okay, so you're it, and there are people that are coming after you.
I
Like,
mean,
what
who
do I
even
do? Like,
helped her with childbirth?
yeah.
I
She was
mean,
she screaming, not knowing what's happening in her
you know,
body, I'm like, "Yeah, you're the
at
first to
least
do
we had
everything."
warnings. We knew what
Yeah,
was to come, even though we didn't
yeah.
understand it, but at least we knew
Mhm,
this is how they say things are.
mhm. And she had no books, no Google, no
Nothing.
no aunt, no mom. So, yeah, I would really love to have tea with her. Um, I've got some choice words for her, but I've also got some questions for her. So, yeah, Eve is definitely on that list. Sarah, I have always pictured my life the way that it was pictured for me.
Mhm,
You get married, you have kids, then you have grandkids, then
mhm.
and I can't imagine what she was thinking reaching 100, thinking I'm never gonna have this,
Yeah.
you know. And then I can't imagine her hearing that it was actually coming in her geriatric years.
Mm,
The change
mm,
of pace,
mm.
the change of everything. I'm like, these miracles.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just, for me, it's that part
Uh-huh.
where she laughs and then she's asked, "Why did you laugh?"
Laugh. Yeah.
And she says,
Yeah.
"I didn't." Like, who lies to God like that?
Like, really? Really, Sarah? This is when you gonna start lying?
And I like how the Bible just says, it says, "Yes, you did."
Like, who are you fooling?
Oh my
Ah,
gosh.
yeah, yeah. So
Wow.
she, yeah, I would love to meet with her and ask her how geriatric pregnancy was and geriatric mommying and what she was thinking giving her husband to someone else. I'm like, did you
That
think there'd
part.
be no baby mama drama? Um,
Mm, mm. And we're still paying for it to this day.
mm, tell me about it.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me about the lessons that you wish you could tell your 25-year-old self and your 35-year-old self.
25-year-old self. It's not a race. That timeline needs to conform with where you are at that
Mhm.
time. Set my own standards for me. Set my own attainable standards for me. I feel like I cared a lot about what people thought or what they might say. I did fear my dad a whole lot because it was all education was all this, that, and if things were not perfect, so I was raised in a military, and that aspect was very militant.
Mhm.
Um, I came home with a 98% and he said, "Why is it not 100%?" And that instilled fear in me, fear of failure. So I would also tell myself that it's okay to fail as long as you get up.
It is okay to fail.
Yeah. No one is perfect.
Yep.
God is perfect, and don't expect perfection out of other people.
Yes.
It's not there. Yeah.
Yeah, dealing with perfectionism, that's definitely something that I have struggled with and
Mhm,
work on a daily basis.
mhm,
Some areas I
yeah,
do better than others, but
mhm,
that's definitely a big thing. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Um, 35-year-old self, there's no perfect mother, and there's no perfect child.
And those kids will humble us, Akomana.
Mhm. Oh! I yeah. We're not even in teenage years yet, and I am humbled. Um,
Don't worry, it
I
gets worse.
no, no, don't. I rebuke those words. It has to get better from here. There has to be something better after this.
It will, but you'll go through a rough patch. I can't
Whoo!
imagine anyone who has completely perfect m- child parent interaction forever. If there is something is a little bit amiss,
Whoo!
yes, kids will always have degrees and variations,
Mhm.
and I feel like they balance things out. But it's there. It's there.
Ooh.
There's something. There'll be something.
Praise I am I need that patience from God. I need, um I 35-year-old self. Be patient.
Yes.
Be patient with these children. Um, I feel like I have passed on to my daughter this same thing that was passed on to me about perfection, and I
Mhm.
feel awful.
Yeah.
I expected her to get them right the first
Yeah.
time and move. And she has become that person. She is so
Mm.
responsible. Sometimes she's even more responsible than me. I still have
Mm.
a lot of last born tendencies, but I
Yeah.
was a very militant parent, and she has really, like, taken that up. So I
Oh,
feel like I've kinda given her a burden that's not hers.
yeah.
So,
But you
I
recognize it though. That's the beauty of it because you've got insight enough to recognize it and want something different
yeah,
for her.
yeah.
And that should be commended.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, patience and grace. I would tell my 35-year-old self that don't take it so serious. Not everything has to be so serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, to let go of things, be
Yeah.
able to let go and really let go and move on.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
I like that. What lessons have you learned that include failure in the last year or two? And where do you wish to be by the end of this year in terms of your growth?
this last year, it's actually this beginning of this year,
Mhm.
at the Zawak retreat, which praise you've been MIA. So baby sister's asking you to make time, March 2026.
Not gonna happen. I'm sorry, baby sis. I'll do anything for you, but it's not gonna happen.
I need you for the kids,
For
for the
the kids
kids,
now, for the kids.
for the
Nakunzi, for the kids.
kids, for the kids.
I already have a commitment. Because I'm going to be in Zambia for like 2 weeks before then. So it will be too much for me to take off work.
Just a weekend.
Okay, we'll talk.
Thank you.
We'll talk.
Okay. All
You
right.
know, I plan.
Uh,
Okay, we'll talk. Because you know, I plan my whole year a year in advance.
okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm only planned about 6 to 10 months, but yeah, if you're
Yeah, I'm planned out
I'm
up
getting there.
until that's really good though. But
Yeah.
I'm planned out until July 13th of next year.
Okay. Ooh.
So,
Yeah, you got me beat. But I love it. I love it for you. Calendars. I love
so
calendars. That's how to function.
that's
That
how to
is the only way to
function.
function. Yeah. Um I feel like one of my biggest failures, which I realized at the Zawak retreat. That's why I brought it up. This past one in Indianapolis, they did a prayer walk
Mm,
where they had posts and you walked with a partner and you talked about each subject. It told you exactly what to talk about.
mm,
And I landed on the forgiveness one. I didn't do the prayer walk, but a friend that I made there came to me and said, "Hey, I took pictures. Let's do this walk together." So we sat down
mhm.
and did our walk.
Yeah.
And it came to forgiveness. And I feel like I've failed to forgive um, my parents.
Mm,
I feel like I have a lot of, I had
mhm.
or have felt a lot that I just have never verbalized.
Yeah.
And it's not even stuff I had to confront them about.
Right.
It's stuff that
Right.
I just had to forgive because
Yeah.
they did the best that they could at the points at which they were.
Yes.
Um, and it's nothing that's like spiteful or something they did purposefully. They were actually being good parents for what they knew.
Yes.
And I like cried when we started talking about it. So I was like, man, yeah, I should let that go.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate enough to still have them, and
Yeah.
I've got this built up resentment for what?
Yeah. 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 This is so powerful because I feel like even with the quote unquote best parents that we
Mhm,
had,
mhm,
parents that did the very best that they could with what they had. Nobody's perfect. They were also learning how to be parents with us. We were learning along as we were going along. And I think for each and every one of us and everyone that's listening to this podcast, it is so important to
mhm,
take that time to truly just sit and forgive
mhm,
and not hold on to any bitterness or resentment, but forgive. I actually, okay, fine, I texted my kids, but I
Well,
I
it's
actually,
communication. Mhm,
it's communication.
yeah.
I actually had this time of just kinda, since I'm in my healing era, where I just
Mhm,
wrote down this long ass text, and I was like, "I don't even know if these kids are gonna read this text because it's so long," but
mhm,
I apologized to them. I am sorry for all the things that I may have done or the things that I did or
mhm,
the things that you perceived in this way because, I don't know what your life experience was like having a mother like me.
mhm,
First of all, I was a child when I became a parent
mhm,
and I didn't know what I was doing and then I had so much trauma and so much issues and so much baggage that
mhm,
obviously it's going to bleed on your children. And I took that time to apologize to them and I said, "I'm really sorry.
mhm,
And I just want you to forgive me for all the things and I did the best that I could with what I had. But even when I look back at some of those moments, it was not good enough.
mhm.
You deserved
Could
better."
have done better, yeah.
Yeah. And I wish I had known more.
That
And
that
so I think it is so important for everyone to go through that and actually forgive. And thank you for sharing that with us and that's why specifically I wanted you to tell us about somewhere where you felt like you failed
mhm,
because we don't talk about our failures enough.
mm-mm, it's
No,
hard.
it's always the great things that we're doing because we are so great.
Mhm. Look at this. Look at this social media.
Yes. Look how great we are.
Yes. Yeah. It's hard.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah.
that is so powerful.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow.
I apologize to my kids now, um, as well. And I think there's one time where we had an argument with my husband. It wasn't heated, but it was in front of the
Mhm.
kids.
Yeah.
And he came back, the kids were there, and he said, "I'm sorry that I yelled. I wasn't supposed to."
Wow.
And he came to me and he said, "I'm sorry I yelled. Um, I wasn't supposed to, even though I didn't mean it, I wasn't supposed to do that."
Yes.
And learning from that, I was learning from that. I'm like, yeah, it's okay for children to see conflict, but it's even better when they see conflict resolution.
Resolution.
They
A
they need to
healthy
know how
way.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So, yeah, that I'm big on apologizing to the kids.
Oof, girl. I think this podcast is already done. Watopedza so. Watopedza.
Mic drop. Sorry, hold on.
Well, okay, fine. We'll wrap it up. So what
Oh my gosh.
is your word for this season in your life?
I have 2 words.
Okay, 2 words are fine.
I have 2 words, and one I've already spoken about, it's forgiveness.
Mhm.
It's forgiveness. And the other one is acceptance. So
Mm.
it's accept, and forgive. I'm working with a lot of people that I don't know, and this is now as a leader. I'm working with a
Mhm.
lot of people I don't know. I don't know their struggles. I don't, you know, and I have really had to step back
Yeah.
and and assess, think before I talk, and accept that not everyone is in the same situation.
Yes.
Not everyone is going to see things the same. Accept
Yes.
people where they are because I have a huge savior complex. I feel like I can fix everything for everyone. So
Yes.
I need to accept things the way they are and know how I can channel that prayer of serenity.
Yes.
Accept the things that I I I can't change it.
That brings me to a different question.
Uh-huh. Yes.
What has your experience with black tax been? Because you say you have a savior complex, right?
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
and I feel like generally people with a savior complex, they struggle with black tax. And you end up giving, 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 giving to your detriment.
You know that song that says, "I want to live, live till there's just no more life. I want to give, give
Yes.
till there's nothing to give."
Yes,
I had to start saving.
yes. And you know what? People
Mm,
know. People know that you are. It might not even be intentional, but they
mm.
realize that's your weakness,
They
that
see
you
it
would
and they're
move
like,
heaven
"Oh."
and earth,
Mhm, mhm,
to
yeah,
help anyone and everyone. But
mhm,
that's something that now I'm learning because you can't. As much as I want to, I'm not Bill Gates. I'm just not.
right.
I wish I were so I could help the
Yet,
whole
yet.
world, but
You're
I'm
not
not.
there yet. You're not there yet.
I like
Yes.
that.
Yeah. You will get there, and when you become a multi-trillionaire, your sister will become at least a multimillionaire. Come on. I'm like, just give me your scraps.
No, no, not Miss Entrepreneur, and also with this with this dating. I mean, are you charging people
Matchmaking.
now? Because you know what? I've been doing a good job, but I have not been charging people. But I think I need to start charging
I
for my
I think I
services.
think I think the services need to start getting paid up. It's still free. It's still free. I've been doing this very informally for the last 10 years,
Yeah,
and
me
I have
too.
eight married couples.
I
So I'm like,
have 7.
oh,
Hey,
girl, you have the number of completion.
yeah, I didn't even think of it that way. But I don't say
Uh-huh.
I match make. I say I make families. Because when I'm getting updates of pictures of the babies,
Mhm.
I'd be showing every single person who can
It's
see.
mine.
I'll be like,
It's
"Look at this
mine.
baby I made."
Ah, I love it. I love it. I absolutely. Okay, yeah, we do need to have a conversation.
Yeah. I think maybe we need to start we actually yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
the wheels are turning.
yeah,
You're trying
yeah.
to get
We'll talk
busy.
offline.
Yeah,
Yes.
so yeah, I have struggled with black tax, and yes, people have noticed that. It's actually funny you're saying that because now that you're saying it, I'm like, "Oh yeah, they do see it. They do take advantage of it."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful for the husband I have because once again, we have to, say this is what we can give.
Yeah.
So decide where that is going because that's
Yes.
all we're gonna do for
That's
now
all we
because
can
we
do for
still have
now.
yeah, we still have a family to raise, we still have a future to plan. So
Because
that
we will
has
end up
helped me.
living in shacks or under the bridge while we are supporting people who are living in little mansions. I'm just saying.
No, and that was me because all my sisters were abroad, so I had everything. Okay,
Yeah.
I had more than I needed, and it was always a need.
Yeah.
Okay, I needed new glasses, but what were those glasses? I had Chanel glasses, a
Yeah.
teenager.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't know that. Yeah, but that's how much the frames cost. And now when I look back, I'm like, I'm being played.
Girl.
Yeah. So yeah, black tax is rough. And thank God for that anchor that you know keeps
Yes.
things straight. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know that, since you're on Eastern time and whatever, so your
And that
time is
ever.
gone now.
Yes.
So
It's bedtime now.
so we will get you through the lightning round and we'll let you go.
Okay. Sure
Okay.
thing. Light me up.
What is light me up? If you could be a flower, what would it be and why?
Forgotten the name of the
What does it look like at least?
and listen, it's my favorite flower. It's
Girl,
got it's got lots of petals. It's got like
like a
lots of little,
lotus.
not a lotus, but it looks like a
Mhm.
lotus. It looks like a lotus. But it's got
What flower looks like a lotus?
it, it it's got lots of little. Oh, girl, I'm gonna have to put it in the comments after you put this up.
Yes. Yes,
but
please.
but my secondary one would be a puny. Um,
Yeah,
they
I
they
like those
smell
too.
amazing. They look like they're living a soft life.
Yes. I love
they
them. The
they're
pink
bougie
ones.
roses. They're
The
bougie
pink
roses.
ones, I love them.
Oh yes,
Yes.
yes.
That you know what? I
Mhm.
think we need to just have that as our image for our soft life.
Yes,
That's it.
yes.
That's
I
it.
love that. I love that.
Yes.
Yes. Oh
Mm.
yeah. I'm totally with you on that one. They're like they're fragile, but
Yeah.
their stems are strong. But
Yes.
they're oh, they're silky.
And
Yeah.
they smell so nice.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. They're like
And we
roses on
always smell
steroids.
nice.
Yeah.
Roses on steroids.
And they need a lot of maintenance. I
They
had a
do need
puny
a lot
bush
of maintenance.
at my old house, and I'm like, man, this thing needs like a cage around it. Okay, now we need to clip. Now we need to. Oh, they need to be
Maintain,
like
maintain. Just
pampered.
like we submissive women need
We
maintenance,
submissive women
need to be
need that
maintained.
pampering.
We are
Yes,
like the
yes.
German cars, we
Yeah,
need
we
maintenance
need
every
maintenance.
time.
Yes, yes. It's hard to look like this
I mean, come on.
24/7. Yeah,
Especially
the
without
puny.
lifting a finger because we are submissive and we
Exactly.
get taken care of.
Care of, exactly. You're speaking my language. Yeah.
Okay, tell
Oh my
me,
gosh.
if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Potatoes?
Why? Because you can make them into all sorts of things?
If it's not potatoes, it's salsa Reggio. I love
Really?
yeah. No, there's this wufu wakasanganiswa. So I've been mixing munga and gio, and it
Yeah.
kind of tastes like mapfunde. It's got
So
this like light airiness.
I feel like that is definitely a superfood. It has to be a superfood. The nutrients that are in that, yeah, that is some good. Yeah,
It's good for digestion. It's good for, and it fills you up without like making you feel.
feel like sadra.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Mhm.
Okay, last question. What is your favorite verse in the whole Bible? One, and it can only be one.
Philippians 4 verse 6. So this is from when I was a child growing up,
Yeah.
maybe kindergarten.
Wow.
Children's story. Uncle Maba. He was always so vibrant, and he'd come, "Hi kids, happy Sabbath," and I love children's story when Uncle Mabao was there. And he taught us this
Oh,
verse and it just never went away. And then now I'm
wow.
like, this verse. Like, do not
It
worry
cas-
about
carries
anything.
you through everything in
Carries
life.
me through everything. So I've taught my kids. And I'm like, guys,
Oh,
this is like one of mommy's favorite verses. And yeah, just do not worry about anything. Instead, tell God all your
yes.
needs. And don't forget to thank him. I'm like, okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for making the time
Of course.
and
Thank
for
you for
coming to
having
spend time with
me.
me. I'll have to think about that
Absolutely.
weekend for Zawak. In return, you can go and climb Mount Kilimanjaro with me. I'm gathering
Girl,
it.
when are you going? In 5 years' time?
No, in July. You
Listen,
have time. You have enough
5
time.
years, in 5 years' time, yeah, in 5 years' time,
You have enough time until July to train.
we'll talk offline.
All right. You want me to come to Zawak? You're gonna come climb Mount Kilimanjaro with me then.
Wow. Are you paying for my ticket?
I could. If you'll climb it.
I'll start training.
All right.
All
Toast
right.
out.
Okay, don't delete this. I need evidence.
Well, don't. I mean, seriously, you know, usually I'm a Delta Queen, so I've got a lot of points. So I don't promise what you can't uphold.
Listen, I will train, but we'll talk. They're
Okay.
factors, but we'll talk.
All right.
Oh my goodness, this will be so exciting.
Oh, this was so much fun. This was so good.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Thank you.
Well, you have a good
Thanks,
night.
Sissy. Dr. Sis. I don't know if I can ever call you doctor.
No. Mm-mm.
I mean, I probably will because I'll tease you, like introducing you to someone, but
Yeah, just one was Ngandizi.
I just love you.